swear. I'm just driving up to Bangkok for a few days. Feeling good after what seems like 2 or 3 months of being ill and being feeling horrible, really. Old and sick and not motivated, and yeah, it's not been easy really. Anyway, I've come out of that. I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling pretty good. Most important thing really recently is I managed to finish that drawing, which of Morgan Le Fay, which you may have seen on my site. I nearly gave up with that. I nearly took it off the board and tore it up. It was the problem was that it got stalled. You know, during my period of highly detailed ink drawing that I went through last year, I was really flying with that and did probably some of the best work I've ever done. And I was on this piece of work and I nearly finished it, and there was just face and hands to do, which, you know, difficult parts when you spend so long on the surrounding image, put so much care and attention, and you don't want to spoil it at the last minute by messing up the face, you know, which is not easy. So I got to that point, and I think I got some work in, probably from publisher or something, and so I had to put it to one side for a short while. And I think that was in the time when I was starting to put together the Muesli slush book as a side issue. Anyway, I kind of lost a bit of confidence on the drawing for some reason. I was scared to go back to it, and I started putting all my energy into Muesli slush. Wrote that book over I don't know, maybe 6 months or something like that, and the drawing got left, and the longer the time went on, the worse it got, and I just could not face finishing it. I knew there was probably only about 3 or 4 hours left in it, and I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Every time I opened it and looked at it, I thought, I can't touch it because I'm going to ruin it. So it just got left and left, and it became heavier and heavier as time went on, and I just thought I couldn't do it. And then you know, through being sick, I started to think about it. You know, I got time on my hands. I wasn't really doing much else. Didn't feel like going anywhere. I was stuck in the condo. And so just last week I thought, I've got to really try and tackle this, and it was really difficult. I really didn't want to do it, but I got it out, and I just opened the cover and left it visible in the condo so I could kind of look at it. And, you know, I wasn't all that happy with it really. There were bits of it I didn't like, and the prospect of having to really focus and do a really nice job on the face and hands was just horrifying. Anyway, I started tinkering around in the background the following day, just doing some balancing up some of the tones and darkening some of the background, and I kind of start to get the feeling again. So I have finished it now, it's done, and what a great relief. It's turned out really quite a nice piece of work. I'm very pleased with it now, and it fits. I think there's maybe 4 or 5, I can't remember, 6, I've lost quite an count on the Arthurian. I think there might be 6 in total. Anyway, I kind of feel I've got to the end of that phase, for now anyway, of ink drawing in that style, and I want to do something else. So I'm at a great point now. I've got a couple of commercial jobs to keep me going in the background, but as far as my own projects go, I feel free. I feel really liberated to just start something new project, and it's going to come. I don't exactly know what it is yet, and that's the thrill, that I don't know what I'm going to do, but something's going to pop up. Some project's going to pop up soon, and I'm going to really want to do it, and I'm going to be thrown into a new burst of activity. I have started actually a new book, which I may or may not continue with. It's got promise, but it's not shouting at me at the moment. So I've kind of having this free time. A funny time in my life. I'm a year off my pension, well, yeah, less than a year now, so that's going to bring a lot of benefits to me. I'm going to get some regular income for once in my life. I've only ever had that once when I worked in the psychiatric hospital for a couple of years after leaving school, and I've lived all my life without a regular income, and most people might think that's difficult, and yeah, it is difficult sometimes, but it's also been a great thing for me. I value my time more than my money, so I've never really worried about I've never been motivated to make money. I'm not very good at it, but I'm motivated to have time and to do my own projects, to do what I want to do, to be creative, and my whole life's been that. I intentionally chose not to have a family because I wanted to do that, and I've done that all my life. So that's my measure of success. It's not been to make a lot of money, which I haven't done. I've had times of good income, times of no income, and I get by, and I adjust my lifestyle to how much money I've got. And living here in Thailand allows me to do that in a great way, really. But next year is going to be different. I'm going to have this regular income, which is really bizarre. And although it's not a lot of money, here it's really going to make a difference to me. So I'm going to be feeling liberated next year, and that's coming. I'm nearly there, and I've got enough to keep me going till then. So it's a great time. I'm 65. I'm free. I'm single. If anybody wants to apply for the job, I wouldn't. But so yeah, I've this time in my life. I'm 65. I'm free. I've just finished a project. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm on the road, like I am now, and something's going to pop up, and that's a great, exciting feeling. A feeling of adventure. That you're doing okay. You're really doing okay. You've done some good work. Some people appreciate that, some don't. Never mind, just keep doing it. I've just been listening to I'm still in the middle of it, listening to an autobiography of David Lynch. What an amazing guy. I don't know if you know his work, but you might know him from Twin Peaks, but his movies are the ones that did it for me. I didn't see Twin Peaks when it came out, but some of his movies, Mulholland Drive, just unbelievable. Blue Velvet, what else is there in there? All sorts. Just amazing work. What an amazing guy. Complete polymath, movie maker, writer, musician, artist, sculptor, you name it, he did it. And he did it in his own way. Incredibly creative guy. And listening to him, he's reading half of this book. He's reading his own personal observations of life, and it's just wonderful stuff. Bizarre, totally bizarre, but with a wonderful eye for small details and for the really important things in life. The sort of thing that I really feel and identify with in Muesli Slush. That's what I'm about. It's not about going to the well-known places and going to see going to see the wonders of the world. I'm not really interested in that. The wonders of the world are wherever you are, and kind of here and now, wherever you are, and you can find it. And that's, I've spoken about that. So I'm kind of in that, and what a wonderfully inspiring man he was. I really recommend you following up his stuff. Eraserhead. I mean, if you've never seen Eraserhead, go and look it up. I mean, it's just bizarre stuff. Dark, often dark, but always interesting, and always with that feeling that it's below the surface into the unconscious and the darker reaches of the imagination, and pulling out diamonds, wonderful stuff. So I really recommend you to follow that. So listening to his story, and being this time in my life, 65, what am I going to do next? I don't know. I've got a nice place to live in Thailand, and I've got a place in Bangkok where I can visit, and I've got some lovely friends, but I don't know where I'm going and I don't know what I'm doing. There is something coming up very soon which is come totally out of the blue, and I'm going to be taking a trip. I'm taking a trip to Europe, see a very good friend of mine and spend some time there. That's going to be wonderful. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm ready for another adventure. So, going back to that drawing, you think like you've nearly got there. It's not finished, your life's not finished, you can't finish it, and it's not easy. Keep going. There's a great saying, if you feel like you're going through hell, keep going. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for listening. I don't know what all that was about. Didn't make a lot of sense, but I just felt motivated to come on and say a few things. Thank you. Bye bye.